Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Yes, we did.
It's called the Jinkx DeLa Holiday Special. Okay, so are you a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race? Because we have certainly watched our fair share of it.
Yeah, I think you've seen all of it, and I've seen a lot of it.
Sorry.
It's okay, I just haven't seen all the all-star seasons, but I think I've seen, like, other than the elusive season 1, I think I've seen
Right.
the rest of them.
Okay. So if you're living under a rock, or like me, back when season 1 came out, I assumed it was like The Amazing Race.
Right, yeah.
But for gay people.
It's not.
It is not. No, it is not. It is the ultimate showdown of the best drag queens available.
Lip syncing for their lives.
Lip syncing for their lives. But also, I mean, there's a lot of
there's a lot of
talents these ladies have to, not just bring the looks, which is a big part of it.
It is.
But doing all kinds of challenges, like doing their own stand-up or impersonations in Snatch Game, and creating outfits from scratch, or doing drag on someone else. So there have been a lot of great personalities that have come out of Drag Race, and I'm sure everyone has their favorites. Of course, we do too. I love me some Bob the Drag Queen, one of my favorites. Kim Chi, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I would put BenDeLaCreme up there as one of my favorites. Really came out strong, was killing it, and then went home in disgrace. Not because she lost. There is something worse than losing, especially on Drag Race. She eliminated herself. She had the ability to send someone home and she chose herself. Which, you know, come on. Come on. But anyways, we've forgiven her. She has a very strong drag game. And so does Jinkx Monsoon, also from Drag Race, also really wonderful. They have, I don't even know if they have a super similar humor, but they have a complementary humor, I guess. So they work together often. And if you watched Hulu's Happiest season, that's the one with Kristen Stewart that just came out this year, you would have caught them. They did a little mini show within the movie. And they also normally would be traveling a Christmas show, but this year they filmed it. And it is for rent on their website. But the big news is Hulu picked it up this year. It was filmed I self-financed, filmed just for internet rentals, and yet Hulu picked it up. Wonderful, wonderful idea for Hulu to do. So if you live in the US, then you can check it out. That is a wonderful bonus content. The rest of us have to pay the rental fee, but I would say worth it. So Benjamin Putnam and Jerick Hoffer are weirdly the credited names on this thing. The names we do not normally know BenDeLaCreme and Jinkx Monsoon by. And they're very BenDeLaCreme, or DeLa, we call her DeLa for short, and Jinkx in the special. They've written it themselves. Ben directs, and it has very much got their thumbprints smudging all over the lens. And they really did do everything. Like on DeLa's Instagram, I have seen her painting sets and really working her French tips to the bone on this. So I think it paid off.
I think so. It looks
It
good.
was a big Hulu payoff. So.
They have lights on the stairs that light up when they come down.
Yes.
They have a polar bear.
Oh, yes, they did. So you gotta know where some of that budget went.
They have a talking eggnog.
They do have a talking eggnog. Okay, so let's back up a little, because I do feel like we have to explain some of these things. Some of them are not going to be super explainable. So DeLa and Jinkx, are doing like almost a traditional Christmas variety show, like an old throwback variety show. But they both sort of have a different idea of what Christmas is. DeLa wants to do something very traditional, wants to kind of give Jinkx one of those perfect Christmases that Jinkx didn't really grow up with. Jinkx remembers having some really poor Christmases, some really, you know, not materialistic, sad kind of Christmases. So it means something different to her. So they're clashing a little bit on that. Eventually they're going to clash so bad that they are trying to derail each other's vibe for the whole thing. Of course, I mean, it's drag queen hijinks. You can't have this variety special without an awful lot of drama. And, you know, they have some support workers, but it's basically just a two-person show here. And so, yeah, they're going to drive each other wild. It is campy, it is bawdy, it is sacrilegious. It is everything you would want in a drag queen holiday special.
I think so. Yeah.
The jewelry's big, the wigs are bigger.
The costumes.
Oh, on point. Many costume changes.
Oh, yeah, magically.
Yes, absolutely.
Mid-scene.
Instantaneous. Yeah. Even transformative dresses. Yeah. Wow. Which, of course, they know that that's what people are here to see when they come to a drag show, and especially, I think, drag race alumni like they are. You gotta bring it. You gotta bring it every step of the way.
Absolutely.
This is, yeah.
Once you're on that show, I think the expectations are very high.
Very high. And I have to say, they spent their money super wisely. It was a very small budget for, you know, something that winds up on Hulu. If you're self-financing, it is still a big chunk of change, but they used it very wisely. They poured all of their money into costumes and set dressing. You know, if they're gonna have a pink Christmas tree, it's gonna be the most beautiful pink Christmas tree. So they really, you know, spent their money very wisely, visually, and I think they worked really well with a small budget. They really keep the special really contained.
In the four walls, yeah. In
the three walls,
room,
yeah. That's right. But they make it work for them, so
yeah, they do.
It feels glamorous and spectacular.
Well, and that's what you said. They did it smartly so that everything is shiny on the screen.
Absolutely. Looks great. So story-wise, these two lovely ladies are sort of competing to show each other different versions of Christmas. Through many wonderful musical numbers. Gosh, gotta love passive-aggressive Christmas or everyone is traumatized by Christmas. You start to sense a theme that we're really embracing the fact that the holidays are hard on some people, some more than others, and that's okay. Like Sean said, things are outside the box. Everything is sexier than it should be and drunker than it should be. DeLa's dead grandmother speaks to her and to us through eggnog. Like her ghost is in the eggnog, or she's come back as eggnog.
Well, it's Nana's recipe.
It is her recipe.
So it tracks.
Right. Woo. I'm trying to think. I guess my nanny would be an apple pie.
Oh, talking apple pie. I would watch that.
Not if it was my nanny, you would.
Yeah, she's very charismatic.
I mean, first of all, she's meaner than a drag queen. Her reading glasses are always on. She is, though.
She will tell you
cutting.
the truth, and then her version of the truth.
That's right. And her version is always so much meaner than anybody ever suspects. Why are we always surprised? You know, you think you've prepared yourself for the mean thing she's going to say to you this Christmas, and then...
No, totally fresh.
Yep.
Totally right from left field.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So, that's my grandma. DeLa did seem to feel like everybody should have a secret family eggnog recipe. And I'll tell you right now, mine did not. I had never had eggnog until just a few years ago. even the concept just bothers me. It bothers me that it's in the world. Like, I know, like, I mean, the thing is, could I let it go if it wasn't hurting anyone? I mean, the egg factor, oh gosh, it bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't want eggs in my drinks, I guess.
No, that's a good starting point. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you have a family eggnog recipe?
No, I'm like you. I think we had eggnog together the first time.
Okay, fair enough. And to be fair, that was not a bad experience. I was expecting to like vomit immediately upon impact, and that did not happen. I actually thought it was a little bit tasty.
It's okay.
Have I ever had it again? No.
It's bearable, but
it's bearable.
It's not something that I'm seeking out, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, the eggs just scare me too much. I mean, how good would something have to taste for me to risk salmonella at Christmas? I mean...
Better than eggnog.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there's some great musical numbers. Some of them are just, recounting fun Christmas facts and memories from their childhoods. But eventually we even get into sort of biblical sort of times. And I have to say, that might be my favorite part of the show.
It's very good.
I really loved, in particular, the song They Take Baby It's Cold Outside, which is a Christmas song, a classic that has had some contention over the last few years. At first it was like the rape song, right? It's, if you read the lyrics a certain way, actually you don't have to read them all that...
You don't have to stretch
You don't have to look that deeply into it. It does sound like a woman is trying to leave and the man is trying to get her to stay overnight.
And have a few drinks.
Yeah, get her real liquored up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. And so DeLa seems to be suggesting that this, by appropriating this song and these lyrics, suggesting that the relationship between God and the Virgin Mary might have been a little bit like that.
It kind of does fit, yeah.
It surprisingly fit, yeah. That's why I thought it was so good. I was like, this is brilliant. Good thinking of it. However, I almost rejoiced that it did bring forth a baby, because then we got the nativity twist. So if you haven't seen the baby Jesus in a diaper and sunglasses, twisting hard in a manger.
This is your chance.
This is your chance, yes. Whew. So that's exciting. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Not everyone is offering that in a Christmas special these
very
days.
Rare to see that these days. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, something for everyone, except probably your children do not.
No, this is not a kid's movie.
No. Unless you think this is the year they should find out what barebacking means.
And maybe.
Yes.
That's your choice.
Yeah. I mean, I am definitely not the kind of person who thinks that drag queens and kids don't go together, but drag queens tend to have some pretty, not just dark, but like pretty crude humor. So...
And it's all here.
It is, yes. It is everything that you could hope for in a show DeLa and Jinkx deliver. With their usual wit, I thought pretty excellent delivery, because obviously there's a camp involved in this, but some of the lines are so cheesy and yet delivered with such earnestness that you like kind of buy into it and you're like, okay, sure, grandma. Nanog. Yes. I don't know, I liked it. I was entertained by it.
It is entertaining, and the songs are great.
The songs
they really
are
did
very
a wonderful
good.
job with them.
Yes, they did. They spend some time on this, you can tell. How early in the year do you start writing for your Christmas special? It's hard to get in that, nativity twist spirit, I think, in April, but...
Just watch enough Hallmark movies and then you're good to go.
I guess, yeah. I don't know if Hallmark movies tend to be this,
Formulaic.
Anyways, if you're looking for your Christmas with some naked men, they got you covered. If you're looking for your Christmas with polar bear
decapitation.
murder, You know, it is difficult to categorize because lots of stuff is going to happen. Christmas. Santa drops by, a scantily clad Santa.
Mm-hmm.
You will not believe what he wears under that suit.
Not
And
much.
you, might not want your kids to sit on his lap anymore. But he likes it. So, yeah, I mean, impossible not to fall in love with the Jinkx and DeLa Christmas Holiday Special, Holiday Special. So you can watch it on Hulu if you're in the States. You can rent it or buy it. I think you can buy
You
it
could also
all.
buy it.
If you want to, spend all of your Christmases with Jinkx and DeLa. And why not? And Nanog. She'll be there too. And bring your own spiked eggnog if that's what you're into, or any other drink. Literally any other drink will do. It's just a fun time.
Yes, it is.
So, this could be what you're doing this Christmas Eve, guys.
At least for part of it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.